Okay, class is officially in session. Welcome to Periods 101, the remedial class where you're going to be learning all about periods. And in our first lesson, we're going to be answering a basic but very important question, which is what is a period and why do we have them? If you've ever wondered about why our bodies go through this cycle every month, or maybe even if you've been told that a period is just your body's way of getting rid of blood, by the end of this lesson, you will learn that periods are so much more than that. Your period, also known as menstruation, is the shedding of the lining of the uterus. Every month, your body prepares for the possibility of pregnancy by building up a thick, nutrient-rich lining of the uterus, also known as the endometrium. And if no pregnancy occurs, then your body clears that lining out. And that's what you see in your period. You can think about it like this. All month long, your uterus is decorating the room in the hopes that a guest will arrive, the fertilized egg. But if no one shows up, your body does a full clean out and starts afresh the next month. Interestingly, your period is not just blood. It's a mixture of blood, mucus, bacteria, and the tissue that was lining the uterus. So why do we have periods? Period is part of a bigger cycle known as the menstrual cycle. Sometimes people refer to their period as I'm on my cycle or I'm having my cycle. These are two different things. The period is the bleed. Your menstrual cycle is the bigger picture. The menstrual cycle is not just about bleeding. It's about hormone shifts that affect everything from your mood, your energy, your metabolism, your skin, and so much more. But again, the main goal of the menstrual cycle is to achieve a pregnancy. And even if you're not trying to get pregnant, your body still follows this cycle because hormones like estrogen and progesterone that are made during the menstrual cycle are important for other things that have nothing to do with our reproductive health. These hormones impact your brain, your bone health, your heart, and your overall health in general. There are 4 phases of the menstrual cycle, and we will cover those in detail next week. But just so you're familiar, these phases are menstruation, also known as the period, the follicular phase, ovulation, and the luteal phase. So why does this matter? Why is it important for us to know this information? And why are we even having this class anyway? The reason is because your period and your menstrual cycle are not just a monthly inconvenience. They are a vital sign. In the same way as your blood pressure and your pulse and your oxygen level, all of these things are super important for your overall vitality. Your menstrual health and your period can tell us a lot about whether your body is in a state of good health or not. And a fun fact that the average person will have 450 periods in their lifetime. So this is a pretty big deal. So just to recap, your period is your body's way of shedding the lining of the uterus if a pregnancy doesn't happen. The period is part of a bigger cycle, the menstrual cycle, that is controlled by your hormones. And a healthy menstrual cycle is a sign of overall health. Now, your homework for this entire semester is to track your menstrual cycle. We're not just talking about tracking your period. So if you have a tracking app, or perhaps you've been doing it old school, pen and paper, you may just have been tracking the days when you were bleeding. And that's a good start, but we are going to be tracking the entire menstrual cycle throughout the semester. So if you haven't already, download a period tracking app, or get yourself a pen and paper, or even keep notes on your calendar app on your phone, and make sure that you are tracking your period for now. Later on in the semester, we will be talking about the other things that you can keep track of in the menstrual cycle. These are important signs to look out for that will tell you about the health of your body, and they can give you some clues about your fertility. Now that we've got the basics covered, in upcoming lessons, we will be diving deeper into the menstrual cycle. We'll be looking at what's normal and what's not, and all the factors that influence our hormone health, as well as some common period problems. Don't forget to follow along, like, save, and share this with somebody who you think it may help. See you in the next lesson.